how to make more revenue without ever discounting your services. Wouldn't it be great if every time we made an offer to a prospect, they said, yes, perfect. They didn't require any negotiating, any payment plans, any discounts. They just said yes. Well, if you make a commitment to never discount your services, you will always get a yes on what you offer. But you got to stick to your guns. Now, that being said, because that's kind of a big, bold statement, right? When you discount your services, you discount your value. I'll just leave it at that. Now, I used to put out these long installment plans for my clients to get them to invest with me when I really didn't need to do that. And even before that, like in my early days, I used to discount any repeat purchases from existing clients. So it's been a journey for me too. I've had to learn how much of a negative impact it is when you discount your work, because what you're doing is you're creating expectations. This also applies for like when you're doing challenges and launches on social media. If you have a habit of having a period during your launch or challenge where you're incentivizing through a discount, now I'm not talking about like a paid in full incentive, which is a little different, but if you're discounting what you're doing, people will wait for the discount to buy because they've been trained to expect a cheaper price than what the full offer is. So just be careful about how you do that. The other thing you can do is make sure you have enough tiered services to meet people where they're at regarding budget. And you want to make sure that whatever that service is going to get them the result that you're selling. So, that obviously goes into other areas around strategy and what you're doing with your business. Now, one cool thing, I'll tell you a little story. So I participate, I'm not a big fan of launches and challenges, but I got very intrigued by a particular launch that Chris Kenny was doing. And Chris Kenny is fabulous at uh, teaching coaches, consultants how to go for a high ticket sale. And so he's a sales trainer. And I'm always looking for new and better ways to learn how to sell because it's been one of my biggest areas of growth in my business. And he did like the live launch method, and he did a launch in December of 2020. And I happened to get in like right like the day before he started it. So I got to participate in the full launch, and it was great training. I was amazed that he had so much value in this training. But because it was right before Christmas, and he and his wife, Kate, really had a full spirit of the season and wanted it to be fun. And so during the launch, Chris always had some very festive jacket on or a tie or something that he wore that was always a lot of fun. In fact, he came out with one like it was a costume that was just absolutely hilarious, and good for him for having that spirit. But he also wore these hats, and every day he had on a different Christmas themed hat. Anywhere from like a really nice Santa hat to some pretty outrageous ones. And during the launch, as they were getting to the point where they were making offers, inviting people to work with them, they were incenting the early adopters of their program with a hat. Like they would send them one of their hats. And so I was so like, this is perfect for me. I knew it was right. I I really wasn't incentivized by the I was definitely not incentivized by the hat. The little bit of a discount that I got on the program was probably more of the reason for an incentive. If you were going to even talk about an incentive motivating me to take action then. But I was already decided, I was committed, I was like, on the program, and I was like, I'm in, I'm there, let's do it. So the reason why I'm telling the story is, it's about, I don't know, whatever from then. I've been in the program. It's a fabulous program. So it's like, no, I'm not being paid to say this. But I thought it would be a great way to show you there are creative ways to be incenting your prospects to take action. So obviously, you want your prospects to take action because that means that they're investing in themselves, which is why discounting your services is such a wrong thing to do from the standpoint of devaluing your prospect. Like you don't believe that they can afford you, you don't believe that they're going to be able to make their investment back through the work that you do, and you're also devaluing the impact that you're going to have on them. So I will tell you and share with you that this is the hat that I got from Chris and Kate Kenny um, as a result of me partaking in their early paid in full investment. And it is an elf hat with elf feet. Let me get that in the camera there. So, as you can see, this is what they sent me a couple of weeks later. This is what I got from the Kennys, and it was delightful, and there was more fun, and which is, I'm all about fun. There was more fun and more joy about this part of the whole experience. That's what I'm going to remember, right? The fact that they took the time to send me that, to write me a personal note that was very sweet and very Terry, and that they made me feel so welcome. So when you look at discounting or incenting or doing things like that, don't take it out of the value that you're providing. Take it out of the experience, or should I say, add to the experience by doing something that's definitely your 1000% and make it you. So, anyway, hats off to the Kennys for being very creative and not discounting their services.